Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Okay, cool. So today we're looking at Ephesians 5.2, a verse I think a lot of people think they know, right? But there's always more to uncover.
Yeah. Especially when we're kind of, treating it as a Bible study session,
Right.
really going deep with it.
Exactly. And you guys sent in some really interesting reflections on it, and a prayer prompt too. So I think, today what we want to do is really explore this whole idea of walking in love, like how Christ did, specifically that sacrificial love, and then how that actually kind of plays out in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah. One thing that I think is really interesting about this verse is it's so often applied to romantic love.
Oh, for sure.
But it really has implications for all our relationships.
Yeah.
It's kind of a call to embody Christ's love in all of our relationships, which I think is super interesting, especially when we're looking at it through that lens of a Bible study, seeking deeper meaning.
Okay, so let's let's break down this sacrificial love thing, because it's easy to just say those words.
Yeah.
But what does it really mean to love sacrificially, especially in the within our Bible study, seeking deeper meaning?
Yeah, I mean, it goes way beyond just being nice or helpful. Think about the original Greek word that's used here, agape.
Okay.
It points to this love that's deliberate, selfless, and rooted in a choice. Not just a feeling. And so Christ's sacrifice on the cross is the ultimate example of this.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't just die for the people that were easy to love. He died for everyone, even those who totally rejected him.
Yeah. Wow. When you really sit with that, it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
It's almost like this challenge to step outside of our comfort zones, right?
Yeah.
In this Bible study, we're confronted with how do we measure up to that?
Exactly. And so I think if we, connect this back to the listener's life, it kind of begs the question, how can WE demonstrate that same agape love, even in just our small everyday interactions?
Yeah.
Your source material mentioned, giving of your time, your resources, your energy.
Right.
It doesn't always have to be this big grand gesture,
Right.
It could be as simple as choosing to be patient with a coworker that's really frustrating you.
Oh, totally.
Or really listening when a friend just needs to vent.
It's funny you mentioned listening, because I remember this one time a close friend of mine was going through a really tough job loss. And I was super swamped at the time, launching this new project. But I knew I had to be there for her.
Yeah.
And we ended up talking for hours. And honestly, there were times where I felt impatient.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to get back to my own stuff. But pushing past that and just being present for her, that felt I don't know, just this tiny little taste of what that sacrificial love could actually be.
That's a really powerful example. And I think it illustrates perfectly that struggle that's kind of outlined in the prayer that you provided in the source material.
Right.
It acknowledges that loving sacrificially isn't always easy, right?
Yeah.
We need to tap into this source of strength beyond ourselves to truly embody this kind of love.
Yeah.
That's where faith comes in, I think. That's where we can lean into God's grace to empower us.
That's really beautiful. And it brings it right back to the heart of our Bible study, right? It's not just about reading the words on the page, but allowing those words to actually transform how we love.
Totally. I completely agree. And as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a question. What small act of that agape love, that radical, selfless kind of love, will you commit to today? It doesn't have to be earth-shattering.
Right.
Even a seemingly insignificant gesture, if it's done with the right heart, it can ripple outward in ways that we can't even imagine.
What a powerful thought to end on. It's a good reminder that, we're all works in progress, but every little act of love, no matter how small it seems, brings us closer to embodying that incredible example, that Christ set for us. So thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and please keep reflecting on these powerful truths. We'll see you next time.